And coming in detail with the M1 is primarily located on case of ganglionic cells and central nervous system, as here we have seen. Autonomic ganglia, gastric glands, especially central nervous system, and especially in the cortex, hippocampus or corpus striatum. It plays a major role in mediating gastric secretion, relaxation of lower esophageal sphincter caused by vagal stimulation, and in learning, memory, and motor functions, etc. So the cardiac muscarinic receptors are predominantly there. The muscarinic 2 type of the receptor, especially the M2, as you have already seen, and ATO receptors on cholinergic nerve endings are also M2 type of the receptors. And smooth muscles express some M2 type of the receptor activity. Whereas the M3 type of the receptors are present on the visceral smooth muscle, and especially the iris, the gland, they are present M3 type of the receptor, which also mediate vasodilation to EDRF or nitric oxide. And together, the M2 and M3 receptors mediate most well recognized muscarinic actions, including contractions of the smooth muscle. That's the very characteristic type of the muscarinic type of the receptor is contraction or excitatory. The muscarinic receptors are G protein coupled receptor. Already it is now. The M1 and M3 and also the M5 function through GQ type of the protein and activate membrane-bound phospholipase C, PLC, generating inositol triphosphate or IP3, then diacylglycerol will be produced, and this will turn the release of calcium intracellularly, and this causes the action potential causes the depolarization, glandular secretion, raise smooth muscle tone, and release of nitric oxide from the endothelium. So because of this thing, it is known as endothelial derived relaxing factor. Coming to the subtype of the nicotinic type, in case of M1 type of the receptors, we know M1, M2, M3, and M4 and M5. M4 and M5 are very much confined to the central nervous system, whereas the M1 is very specifically, it is present on the autonomic ganglia cells, then also central nervous system, whereas the M2 is present in case of the heart, whereas the M3 is present in the peripheral visceral organs and also in certain organs like the iris or eye, etc. And the subtypes of the nicotinic receptors are selectively activated by nicotine and blocked by D-tubocurarine or hexamethonium or also D-tubocurarine, DTC. So on the basis of the location and selective antagonists and antagonists, agonists and antagonists, two type of the classifications have been done, NM type of the receptor and NN type of the receptor. So the NM type, narrates, these are present at the skeletal muscle. NM means it's referring to muscle. Then NM type of the receptors are present at the skeletal muscle end plate and are selectively stimulated by phenyl trimethylammonium PTMA and blocked by D-tubocurarine. So the NM type of the receptors are very much present on the skeletal end plate and are selectively stimulated by phenyl trimethylammonium PTMA and blocked by DTC, and they mediate skeletal muscle contraction. And in this particular table, you can see the subtypes of different type of the receptor NM, which contains alpha 1, 2, beta 1, delta, and gamma. And the main subsynaptic location is skeletal neuromuscular junction, and the membrane responsibility is excitatory, whereas it is inhibitory in case of the especially in case of molecular mechanism, increased cation permeability to sodium and potassium, and the agonists are acetylcholine, nicotine, then the succinylcholine, NM type of the receptor, succinylcholine. Whereas the antagonists are atracurium, veracuronium, ETC, D-tuberculin, pancuronium, alpha conotoxin and alpha bungarotoxin. So these are all the details of NM type of the receptors. Whereas the peripheral NN type of the receptor, NN means autonomic ganglia and adrenal medulla. It is present, NN type of the receptor. Whereas the excitatory in nature, NN type of the receptors are excitatory and depolarization and of the muscle. Then peripheral nervous system, it is containing the NN type of the receptor, and central neuronal receptors, especially they contain the alpha 4, 2, beta 4, 3 and alpha betox insensitive receptors. This is present in case of the what you call as central nervous system, and pre and post synaptic excitation will occur, which is caused by increase in the permeability to sodium and potassium, very similar to that of the NM type of the receptor. So in case of central nervous system, the cholinergic once again subtype of the receptor are alpha and 5 and alpha beta sensitive, and it is present in the central nervous system, and also it is present in case of pre and post synaptic excitation will occurs and the pre-junctional control of the transmitter release. So increased permeability to calcium occurs here, whereas the agonist is anatoxin A, whereas the antagonist is methyl cannotinoid. So here one thing we can say that this NM type of the receptors are present in case of skeletal neuromuscular junction or the end plate, and always it is excitatory. And the agonists are acetylcholine, nicotine and succinylcholine. Whereas the peripheral NM type of the NN type of the receptors are present in the autonomic ganglia and adrenal medulla, two type of the this thing, and they are all the excitatory in nature. Whereas the coming to the M type of the muscarinic type of the receptor, there are once again five subclasses: M1, M2, M3, M4, and M5. Whereas the M1 is present especially in case of the central nervous system and also autonomic ganglia and some of the glands, especially the gastric and salivary glands, and many of the enteric nerve is also consisting of the M1 type of the receptor. So as usual, we have also it is acting through inositol triphosphate, diacylglycerol, and increased calcium influx because of this thing. And the functional response is increased cognitive function, becoming increased seizure. All these activities are going to see, and decrease in the dopamine concentration. The clinical uses of this M1 type of the receptor agonists are used in case of the Alzheimer's disease, the cognitive dysfunction, and schizophrenia. So this is used. The agonists are used. Whereas the M2 type of the receptors, the chromosome is having 466 amino acid. It is widely expressed in case of the heart, and also brain, thymus, central nerve cortex, hippocampus, heart, smooth muscles, and autonomic nervous ganglia. So this is also the inhibitory GI or GQ type of the proteins are there. Of course, there is a decreased cyclic AMP concentration, then phospholipase C activation, the decreased inositol triphosphate, and increased potassium output, inwardly potassium output, and ultimately it is inhibitory in nature. M3, it is more number 590, and M4 479. M5 receptors are containing 532 amino acid. Whereas the M3 type of the receptors are present, especially in case of central nervous system and the smooth muscles, especially of the glands. It's going to increase the concentration, contraction of the glandular smooth muscles. So as usual, the cellular response is increased digital triphosphate, diacylglycerol and calcium. This is the pathway. And the disease in which these M3 type of receptors are, in which the chronic obstructive pulmonary disease, it's also known as COPD, chronic obstructive pulmonary disease, and urinary incontinence, especially in case of the geriatric patients, and irritable bowel disease, or this is the improper movement of the bowel and causes alternate diarrhea and constipation. That's the irritable bowel syndrome. Whereas the M4 type of the receptors are especially important in case of Parkinson's disease and also in case of schizophrenia and neuropathic pain. And the M5 type of the receptors are especially, they are located in case of central nervous system, and this is especially having the significance of drug dependence in case of Parkinson's disease. And cholinergic neurotransmission occurs like already it is dealt, cholinesterase and acetylcholine esterase. And the cholinesterase finalizes the final step in synthesis of the acetylcholine A. And acetylcholine A from pyruvate via pyruvate dehydrogenase action in mitochondria at junctional terminals, whereas the choline is reuptaken after its release from the detection of acetylcholine. So as usual, once again, this is a revision: perikaryon to the axonal terminal and also cytoplasm. So cholinester transferase will be present, which combines the acetyl-CoA plus with that of the acetylcholine, which causes the acetylcholine neurotransmitter. And the choline transporter, or CHT1, is a homologous sodium-dependent glucose transport family, and it's located in the intracellular or intravascular structures and co-localizes with VAMP. It's also known as vesicle associated membrane potassium 2 and vascular acetylcholine transporter, that's the VCHT. During transmission release events, increased trafficking of CHT1 or the choline transport to plasma membrane and takes up the choline after the acetylcholine hydrolysis, and increased acetylcholine stores to maintain high levels of the transmitter release. So in the nerve endings, the choline is transported in the vesicles which contain them and ready to release at any time. How choline is transported is, so choline many times it is available in the diet of a human being or any animal and essential for normal functions of the cell, and it maintains the structural integrity of a cell, signaling functions of the cell membrane. And the transport mechanism is sodium independent transport system, and sodium and the chloride dependent transport system, which is predominant and provides choline for the acetylcholine synthesis. And the choline transporter CHT1, it's also homologous to sodium dependent glucose transport system, very much specific, whereas it's located in case of the intracellular vascular structures. Then it what you call as co-localizes with the vesicle associated membranoprotein and also vascular associated transporter, and during transmitter release increased trafficking of CH1 to plasma membrane and take up the acetylcholine after acetylcholine hydrolysis, because the choline is the one which is important metabolite that is produced after the destruction of acetic acid into choline or acetaldehyde into choline. So there is increased acetylcholine stores in maintain high levels of the transmitter release. Always it will be ready for the further release.